It blew my mind. Also had a flip side. Too much like a Gemini. We're on Gemini. Welcome back to my channel if you're returning. If you're a new viewer, hey, if you dig my vibe, please subscribe. We're just doing a reading, and I am on the way to 500 subscribers. I would definitely appreciate every subscription counts. If you dig my vibe, like, don't subscribe if you're not gonna watch the videos. Okay, just being real. Okay, but yeah. So definitely, I get the vibe. This person who might be on your mind, I feel like this is somebody. I feel like they were very sure that they wanted you. They made you feel very special. Like you were the one they were pursuing. And there was like no doubt about it. Like it's just very direct, like just straight energy at you, like hyper focused. Okay, Gemini? But it's something here I get about some distance between y'all because of something toxic. Let's see if we can get some insight on that. Okay. Let's see if we can get some insight for Gemini on this. Okay, maybe that's the insight. Okay. I mean, honestly, I get this person made a lot of empty promises. Yeah, maybe that's what it is. This is what the toxicity was. Okay. This person just was saying a bunch of sweet nothings. Okay. And it's like I feel like you fell for it probably just because how direct they seemed in their pursuit for you, but I still get that this person was deceptive, okay? And I almost get the vibe like you thought this was a soul connection, like you thought this was the person that you were waiting for, Gemini, okay? But I feel like you were disillusioned. Like you realized this person was not who you thought they were. And honestly, it's like you kind of put up your guard and you became, I feel like you might have been a lot softer with this person when you were in connection with them. And I feel like your guard might have went up. Like you might have went into warrior mode or something because, I get that, after you had this realization, like you, it's a disillusionment. Like you saw through them. You saw that they were not who you thought they were. And I feel like you're able to let that go. Like, I don't think you're still hung up on that, but I'm just saying. Okay, what else you got for me here, Holy Spirit? What else you got for me on this person in regards to Gemini? Yeah, honestly, I mean, I get the vibe you thought this person was literally, like, you were overly excited, is what I get. Yeah. But see, I got the sun reversed. To me, this is excessive excitement because, like I said, you thought this person was your blessing. Like you thought they were your soulmate being sent to you. Yeah, this Nine of Pentacles, like you literally thought they were everything. But it's like this excess enthusiasm that it's absolutely misguided. Okay, that's what I'm getting here. Yeah, and I get this assertive type of energy where it's like you had to go into fight. Yeah, it's like you had to go forward and take charge and reclaim your life and your power. Yeah, because it's like this clash of egos here. Like, oh, you think you gonna play in my face? That's what I get you saying, Gemini. This is what I get with this fight energy where you were disillusioned and you realized that they were not who they presented themselves to be. You said, okay, bet. Now let me show you who I am. You know what I mean? And then it's like like I said, you no longer feel this faith in the connection anymore. Because you realize something wasn't right about this person. Okay? Sorry if I hit the mic, y'all. I don't know what I did when I relocated it, but I kind of relocated it in a place where every time I look down, I hit the dang mic with my chin. I'm going to try to turn it. Maybe that'll help. That's exactly it. Sorry, a little micro shift made a difference. Crazy. Okay. All right, what you got for me here, Holy Spirit? Dang, I'm over here like, why in the heck did they come towards Gemini so quickly just for them to pretend to be something that they're not? Literally, fantasy. They made up some fantasy about you. That's why they were pursuing you so hard like that. It's almost like, yeah, see, in this karma, that's what I'm saying. They were escaping something. They were trying to run away from the consequences of something else and escaping into a fantasy. That's why they pursued you so aggressively. Yeah, and honestly, you should probably notice that in the future, Gemini. Anybody that wants to come towards you like so quickly, that acts like they're so in love with you after barely knowing you or barely any contact, that right there should be suspicious because they're running from something. Like nobody is that urgent, okay? Unless there's something inside of them that they're running from. And I get it's some sort of consequences for their behavior. Yeah, see, because they weren't being loyal to somebody else. Yeah, and they wanted to run away from that disloyalty that they felt. Yeah, and they were just literally depleted and drained. So it's kind of like they wanted you to refill their cup after they were the ones who mistreated whoever this other person was from their past. That's crazy. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh, not, ooh, ooh. I'm sorry, y'all. I done dropped the whole dang deck. 1 second. Whoa. Oh, I'm sorry. All right, Holy Spirit, you know I'm a little crazy. Dang, you can't make this stuff up, Gemini. Oh my gosh, they came towards you because you were the rebound, Gemini. Like I keep saying, they were using you as a fantasy. That's why they pursued you so hard because they were running away from somebody else. I don't even think this is your connection that was faded. I think this past connection was faded, but it's almost like the whole situation. It's like the whole situation. They were fated to meet the past person, to leave the past person, and fated to get with you after leaving the past person. You like this was what's crazy. You were fated to be the person they ran to for temporary comfort to avoid this emotional exhaustion they had from their behavior, to avoid the consequences of their actions for their behavior in a previous connection. You can't make this stuff up, Gemini. You gotta watch that energy for sure. This is what I'm saying. This person absolutely was an energy vampire. They were using you. They were using you. And that's why I feel like you've had this disillusionment and you no longer have faith in this connection and you are willing to assert yourself and really fight for yourself because no, this person gave you some smoke and mirrors and they were trying to use you to escape something else. And I feel like you're no longer naive to what really is going on here. Yeah. And I feel like you're in the place where you are, recharging. You're recharging after you have had this realization about this connection. Because, yeah, this person was a fake flexer. They were pretend, okay? The way they came towards you, that pursuit, remember, we already had, they would just say things that didn't match their words, these sweet coded energy here. They just make empty promises, empty compliments. They're just toxic energy. They just were a pretender all the way around, this person. And they were not your soulmate. They were not your soulmate. This was someone that you had to come into contact with. You had to do that, but they were not your soulmate, okay? They were using you. This is terrible. As a rebound to get over somebody else that they did wrong. They were trying to get over the guilt they had for doing this other person wrong. Yeah, and I get this here, this me versus me energy is about you confronting why you even fell for this person in the first place. I think that's what the Holy Spirit is saying on that. You know, through this disillusionment and this period where you recharge, you need to really confront yourself, okay? And not be so easily deceived, okay? That's what I'm getting. And really get into the reason why you even fell for this. Seriously. Why would you fall for this person's shenan? That's what I think is the lesson here that the Holy Spirit is saying to me. All right, let's see. What's this person's current emotions towards Gemini, please, Holy Spirit? All right, what is this person's current emotions towards Gemini, please, Holy Spirit? This person's current emotions. I'm sorry, I gotta do good shuffles, y'all, just so I can cleanse the energy. So hopefully it don't take too long, but I just be doing what I be doing, all right? Okay. Let's see. What is this person's current emotions towards Gemini? Dang. Well, those all came out together immediately. I'm so sorry, Gemini. I don't really like this person. I don't really like this person. Because first we got morale, okay? I feel like they're coming to the realization that they should not have used you, though. I do feel like they are, you know, realizing it was not right for them to pull you into this, right? Because again, I get this distracted. I get that you were a distraction. Unfortunately, I don't like this person. With this rebound and this fantasy energy here, I don't like this person. They were just using you as a distraction, and they still feel like you're a distraction. It's like whenever you want anything on your terms, it's an issue for them because you were literally only around for their utility. And I think they're having a, revelation about the fact that, they shouldn't have brought you into this. Okay? And then let's see what this is about. What is this about, Holy Spirit? I don't know. You might have really called them out on something. Did you, like, when you were fiercely defending yourself here, did you really check them about their behavior, Gemini? Maybe that's for some of you all, because I definitely got nauseated. And I feel like this might have made them a little sick. They was like, oh yeah, no. Like they really disliked you checking them about their behavior. If that is what occurred here. Okay. Well, let's see. What's this person's next actions towards Gemini? Holy Spirit. What's this person's next actions towards Gemini? Honestly, I mean, I get the vibe that they feel regretful. They feel regretful about this. This is like really the same thing, to be honest. It's like they feel regretful about their behavior, right? And they feel like they need to come clean about it. You know what I mean? And that's why I said it's like this morale. Like they're really having a moral, reboot where they're just like deciding that their choice to go towards you just wasn't right. I really think they're coming to that, conclusion on their own. And I also feel like, when they went towards you, Gemini, like I don't think they were expecting anything realistic. This is why it was so much fantasy. And this energy vampire, they wanted to take at the point where they were expected to give. That was the problem for them because it was just too much responsibility for them. It was an overwhelm and overload, okay? Yeah, and I kind of get, I don't know, Gemini, you might have been a little, I don't know if you were being needy or if you were just giving them too much attention or just too available. I don't know, but I did get this Queen of Cups in reverse here. That's got something to do with it. Let's see. Can you clarify that? Yeah, honestly, I don't know. I don't know, Gemini. It's almost like you might have been given off this energy of sacrificing yourself and this insecurity and neediness. I don't know if you really were behaving that way, but I feel like this is the energy this person was getting from you, which I feel like is why they were trying to come towards you and exploit your openness in the first place. Because it's almost like they saw you as an easy lick because they thought you were insecure and needy and dependent, okay, and willing to sacrifice yourself for them. This makes so much sense. This is why they feel nauseated when you spoke up and when you found your power and you told them about themselves. This is crazy. You can't make this stuff up. Thank you, Holy Spirit. All right, and what's the outcome? What's the energy around the outcome of this situation, please? Oop, that one fell on the floor. Okay, what's the energy around the outcome of this situation? Ooh, wee. You can't make this stuff up. Okay, one moment. Mm, mm, mm. You cannot make this stuff up, okay? So what we got here was, okay, literally, I can't remember if it popped out the whatchamacallit, but anyway, we got the devil, 10 of swords, and 8 of swords, okay? Yeah, so this is not something that should continue, okay? Because if this is to continue, you're going to continue to be in a powerless state, all right? Because this person, they cannot change their feelings towards another or their feelings towards you. It's like you will continue to have to meet yourself to be involved with someone like this. And it's just going to be restricting and trapping you to the point where you end up being bitter and exhausted. And this is not something that you really want to be involved in because you would end up losing yourself, Gemini. Yeah, no. I would like to know what the heck is this person's karma for their transgressions against Gemini, because I don't think it's right for them to be using somebody like this. Like, people are not toys. They're human beings with feelings and emotions. So what is their karma for their transgressions, please, Holy Spirit? Straight out the gate judgment. Straight out the gate. Yeah. This makes sense. Yep. Straight out the gate. They are going to be going through a reckoning. Okay? A reckoning. They will be confronted with something that they cannot avoid. And it is something that, you know, it's either going to catapult them into self-growth or self-collapse is what I'm getting here, okay? Because again, it's like this person, they're going to continue to have this imbalance and this recklessness. Like, I honestly think this reckoning that they're going to go through is going to break them. I think that's the thing that's going to send them over the edge where they literally crack. They might crack psychologically, okay? I'm telling you. And they'll be stuck in this place where every time they feel excited and energetic and courageous and wanting to pursue someone, it's always going to be some sort of obstacle. It's always going to be something that blocks them from success. That's what I get from this. They're never going to be allowed to be happy. They're never going to be allowed to be happy because their version of happiness, it don't seem authentic. They might have been happy with this past person that they decided to mess things up with by being disloyal. You see what I'm saying? But they chose to be disloyal because they can never be happy. They don't even want themselves to be happy. Them allowing themselves to be happy makes a problem. Then they go towards you and they're trying to use you to fill the void. Like, yes, they're attracted to you and everything, but they're not in a place where they can actually see you for you. They see you as a power source to get over somebody else and to drain energy from. They're not even looking at you for you. They're looking at you for what you can do for them. Okay? So it's just like they literally can never be happy. This is somebody you do not want to be around, Gemini. This is definitely a no. Their energy is just too heavy. It's too heavy. It's too dark. This is somebody very, very dark. I don't like this energy that's coming out. Yeah, and it's like they present themselves as very reliable and stoic. But I'm telling you, this person, they are not that. This again, this is this sweet but deceptive. Words not matching the actions. Again, this person's got some weird hostilities with inside of them. This aggression, and they try to intimidate you into like a submissive place. No, this is a no. And they might do well in their career. They might be hardworking and successful in their career, but it's like it's a mask. They try to pretend to be that because it also makes it seem like they do have character, but I really don't think they do. They kind of got a little bit of a bully vibes to me. It's just they want, well, at least when it came to you, Gemini, they wanted what they wanted. They wanted to take. They didn't want to give. But anyway, that's all I got. This one went on a little bit long because it just kept coming out. I was getting the energy. It just kept coming out. So if this resonates, like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you can stay up to date on all my posts. And if it don't apply, let it fly. Thanks for watching.